We've already covered some basic navigational techniques when it comes to Illustrator documents, but in this movie, I'm going to be showing you a few more so that you can quickly and easily get around any document that you have on screen. So the first thing that we need to be aware of is how to use the Zoom tool inside of Adobe Illustrator. And so the Zoom tool is located here in the toolbar or by pressing the letter Z on your keyboard. Once you've pressed the letter Z or clicked that icon, you should see this little magnifying glass out in your document window. Once you place your little magnifying glass over a certain area of your design and click, it will zoom in to that particular portion. You can continue to click as many times as you wish to zoom in really, really far. If you want to zoom out, hold down the Option key on the Mac, the Alt key on the PC, and click to zoom back out. Now I'm holding down the Option key continuously, and I'm clicking with my mouse, and that zooms me all the way back out. In addition to that, you can also click and drag a selection around the area with the zoom tool and then zoom into that particular area. If you zoom into an area that wasn't intended, you can always pan over to a different section of the document by using the Hand tool, which is located over here. You could also just simply press the letter H. The Hand tool works much the same as if you had your hand on a piece of paper and you simply put your hand down by clicking the mouse and then move the paper over by dragging to the left or to the right. So I'll grab the paper here, move it over, grab the paper here, move it down. That way I'm focusing now on the eagle instead of on the car. I could also temporarily invoke this tool when I'm using the Zoom tool. Let me show you how that works. So let's say, for instance, that I zoom in on the eagle, but I accidentally get his beak instead of his eye, which is what I want right up here. Well, I don't have to release the Zoom tool. All I have to do is hold down the spacebar key. Notice how my magnifying glass turns from a magnifying glass into a hand. While I'm holding down the spacebar key, I click, I drag, I reposition my entire document. Then I release the spacebar key, and I have my Zoom tool right back. This is something called a spring-loaded tool shortcut. So that way you can easily access the Hand tool at any time. And it doesn't really matter what tool you have selected unless you have the Type tool selected, in which case you'll just start typing the letter H across your document. Just grab any tool you want in the toolbar and then just press the spacebar key. See how it changes? No matter what tool I have selected. Right now I have the rectangle tool. I press the spacebar, it changes to the hand. I can pan around, go wherever I need to go as I'm holding down that spacebar key. Whenever I get to where I need to be, like let's say I want to zoom in right here on the headlight of the car, I can release the spacebar and continue working with whatever tool I had before. So that's the quick and easy way to sort of navigate around a document. If you don't want to switch between the Zoom tools and all these other things, you can also use the keyboard shortcuts for these as well. So if you want to zoom out on a document, hold down the Command key on the Mac, the Control key on the PC, and press the minus sign on your keyboard. Each time I press the minus sign, while I'm holding down the Command or Control key, it will zoom me out. If I hold down the Command key on the Mac, the Control key on the PC, and press the plus sign on my keyboard, it will start to zoom me back in, just like that. There are also numerical shortcuts. So for instance, let's say that I want to view this document at the full screen. I want to see this document in its entirety. I press Command or Control 0. That means show me the whole document. If I want to zoom in to 100%, I press Command or Control 1 on my keyboard. So Command or Control 0 shows me the whole document. Command or Control 1 shows me the document at 100%. You can do the same thing here with the Hand tool and the Zoom tools. Double-clicking the Hand tool will show your entire document, makes the document fit on screen. Double-clicking the Zoom tool zooms the document to 100% each and every time. You can also use these little sliders down here at the bottom and over here on the right to navigate your document up and down or left to right. In addition to all of this, if you're more of a visual person, you can go to the window menu and you can go down and you can select Navigator. In the Navigator window, you're going to be able to zoom in and out of your document and also move it around by moving this little red square all over the place. So for instance, if I want to get the hot rod text on screen, I move this up until the hot rod text is inside of that red rectangle. If I want to zoom in, I click the big mountain. If I want to zoom out, I click the little mountain. Very simple. So if you would like to have this panel up on screen, remember it's Window, Navigator to make that happen. And once you have that out, you can use these zoom tools here. You can pan around using this, or you can use any of the other tools and shortcuts that I've shown you so far. So there you go. Those are all the ways that I use to navigate a document. And truth be told, there's not really a right way or a wrong way to navigate a document. You just use whatever you're most comfortable with and whatever you find makes it easy for you to get from point A to point B efficiently.